All right, the meeting of the West Warwick Board of Canvassers for October 16, 2018 at 4 p.m. is now called to order at 4:01 p.m. Members present are Chairperson Ray Lambert, Vice Chairperson Nancy LeBlanc, Member Bert Mollahan, Associate Member or Alternate Member Nancy Parenti, and Alternate Member J.P. Millette. We have a quorum, thus we can transact our business. The first item on the agenda is certification of the 9/10/18 minutes. Oh yeah, that's the one we didn't do last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Certified mail balance, approved minutes. Next meeting will be held on, okay, meeting payment will be held. Did checks last month? Changes voter address and received change of notes. Okay, cancel it. Okay, everybody read the minutes? Are they,
Yes.
any additions, corrections, modifications? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion that the minutes from the September 10th, 2018 Canvas Board meeting be accepted as typed.
I so move that
Oh.
we approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. There you go. Minutes.
I was just gonna say,
The next order of business is certification of poll books. Is that it over there?
Yep.
no, we have to table the poll books.
Motion to table, we're not ready with the poll.
All right, you're not ready with the poll books, I'll entertain a motion, we table it.
I make a motion, we table it.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously, so there's no resolution for that. Table. The third order of business is certification of the final canvas notice. That's the book?
That's the book, sir.
The book's over there, anybody wanna look?
I saw it.
You saw it, huh, Brett, you read it?
Yep.
Is everything copacetic in there? All right, I'll entertain a motion that we certify the final canvas notice. I'll entertain a motion we certify the final canvas notice.
I so move we certify.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. Final canvas notice. Here it is. There you go. We have signed this too? Yep. Final canvas meeting. There you are.
Oh, okay.
If anybody should mention that the meeting was now on the Secretary of State's website. Yes, it was. Somebody brought it up to me yesterday, the last meeting and this one.
Yep.
In my exec session for tonight, they somehow got put into a cache that wasn't showing, but when I went in as administrator, I could see it. So I talked to her about it, and she said that you're right, it hasn't been showing, but you posted it on time, your meeting is legal. Should anybody say anything, they are now well aware at the AG's office that it was the state's problem, and it was posted correctly.
Any questions on that?
It's also posted on our website, by the way.
She's got a new format for the website, huh?
Yes.
Right, and what happened was somehow, and they said, well, you hit public announcement. I said, no, I didn't. I was very clear on reading those three no's. And it couldn't happen on three different ones. I could have missed one, but and she was like, they're all in public announcement. I said, I know for a fact. 'Cause remember, we were going through all those radio dials. I said, I know for a fact we didn't do it. And she's just like, yeah, now that you're mentioning it, she saw a whole bunch of them in there. I would have never known it if somebody didn't call and say, you forgot to post your meeting today is for today. It's like, no, we
Yeah.
did that. So sure enough, something came up, little glitches with the new system.
I didn't have much time, and I usually check on there, and I had a hard time finding it. Where,
I find it very difficult. I'm the administrator on the site. They're saying, oh, it's
You
gonna be
did
so
too?
easy. Yeah, it was not that easy.
no, I didn't think so
It
either.
wasn't as user-friendly as I
The
expected.
past one was, the other one was.
Well, I knew that inside out. It's me to get to know it, but pretty much I didn't expect it. I get the thing in my email that it's posted, so I don't go in and like look at it because I send it and then I get the thing in that it's posted. So So when somebody said, I said, "No, I got the confirmation right here," and they're like, "It's not, you find it." So I went on, I was like, holy cow. So I checked, and we're legal though, we're fine.
Oh, yeah, when I have more time,
It should be available for you to see right now.
This
He
goes
did it
on the
just
book.
so that everybody knew we.
That's
did it.
everything that's in the
48
book.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but where's the next order of business, the certification of the final voting list?
That's it, that big book.
Oh, well,
Yes,
what
if
do
you-
we just do, the canvas
This one
notice?
has to be signed and put on every single book,
Yep,
and then Bert will be delivering them.
yep, so
Now
that's
you're
the
just
notice.
certifying
That's
that
the,
it.
yes.
All right, certification of the final voting list, that's it over there, anybody
Yeah.
wanna see it?
No.
So did we sign a resolution for that? We must have.
I think we just did, didn't we?
The final canvas, oh, do we need a resolution for the final voting list?
We did
I
for the
gave it to
primary.
We just did
Oh,
that.
you have it?
I
Okay.
gave it
I
to
just
him.
gave you 3 pages there.
Well, do you have the final voting list then? Did they
Yeah.
already, yeah,
Got
okay.
Final canvas, I got canvas, final canvas for this, yep. Yep,
Yep, you're
yep.
good.
We're good with the final
good.
voting list?
Yep.
We are,
All right, I'll entertain a motion that we certify that book in front of us as the final voting list.
I so move.
I'll second
All
that.
those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. Nothing to sign. Certification of mail ballots, here we go. Here we go.
Your favorite.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna skip down to certification of the warrant. That's only one thing. Is this it right here?
Yes.
that is it, sir.
Okay.
And what do you-
Bert, I'll,
Yeah, 4 others.
town clerk Marion Kelly, town sergeant. Okay, you
That's
sign.
what I gotta say.
Yep. All right, certification of the warrant. I will entertain a motion that the warrant for the November 6, 2018 general election be certified.
I so move.
I'll second
All
that.
those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. Obviously, my stamp didn't come in.
It doesn't come in the day after. Takes a couple of weeks. You'll be signing for a little while longer. A lot longer.
Okay, certification of the warrant. All right, now we go back up to certification of the mail ballots. All right, the first one is
Mr. Lambert,
category 1.
before you do that, can you give that warrant to Mr. Mollahan and have him sign the back, so then all
Yep.
I gotta do is,
Sign the last page, Bert.
thank you.
All right, this is regular mail ballot applications, category 1. Now, this is the one we're gonna certify at the end. So we got Loretta M. D. Berardis, Henry J. D. Berardis. Cassandra M. Barnes, Roland W. Bovier, Rose M. Carter, Wilfred L. Carter, Joseph J. Crescione, Carolyn E. Deere Whalen, Joseph P. Galligan, James A. Giusti, Elizabeth M. Hopt, Michelle F. Kenny. If anybody's got a problem, just speak up as I'm reading the names. Margaret M. McCann, Roberta Medeiros, Sharon Noon, Dorothy Paul, Willis E. Poole, Dorothy J. Shirley. Estelle B. Blaze, Donna B. Bronling, Paula DiCristofaro, Eileen M. Flamin, Maria Stasiowski, Joanne M. Verdecchia. Are you the keeper of the file? All right. That was regular mail ballot applications, category 1. I'll entertain a motion that those category 1 mail ballot applications I just read be certified.
I so move.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. signing that. The next one is regular mail ballot applications, category 2. Beatrice A. Petrarca. Sandra S. Loeffler and Linda A. Parenti.
I don't know who that is. No one I know, seriously.
For the one folder.
Oh, maybe not one, the fours or whatever.
Those are 2.
No, this is category 1, too.
I'll get it from now, that's fine.
All right, resolved that what I just named and signed is certified as, make a change. Be category 2, but you got category 1 in the month.
Both were category ones, weren't they?
Well, she's
Yeah,
got
it was
category.
Category 2, I'll fix it real quick.
Okay. Oh, you're going in there? All right, well,
Continue, one here.
do we have to, we gotta stay here till 6 anyway, don't we?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Want me to pause?
What- Yeah, yeah, go ahead. We'll wait for her, we can't go anywhere anyway.
Yeah, she's,
All right, Bert, I'll entertain a motion that we certify these mail ballot category 2 applications.
I so moved.
I'll second
All
that.
those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted unanimously. All right, the next one is category 4. Patricia L. Abruzzi, Robert A. Abruzzi Sr., Darren S. Burley, Aliciana V. Contreras, Pedro A. Contreras, Vanessa D. Contreras, Catherine Payne Feeney, Alexandra A. Garcia, Logan C. Landrosh, Paula A. Little. Jacqueline G. Maynard, Romeo A. Maynard Jr., Rita G. Medici, Donna L. Miller, Julie A. Richardson, Luigi Ruggieri, Nicholas R. Smith, and Margarita B. Suarez. Dana N. Barclay, Donald G. Sharon, Cora M. Cornell, Richard S. Cornell, Margaret Crescione, Karen A. DePadua, Ariana E. Fortia, Patricia E. Fortia, Claudette C. Giusti, Carrie H. Hanner. Denise M. Mayu, Cassidy E. Shea, Zachary G. Silveria, Cora Tetley, Corey Joshua Thompson, Scott A. Webster.
Something like my back broke.
Cynthia L. Volante, Thomas M. Wiles, Carl M. Wilkinson. William Joseph Anderson, Eleanor M. Bassey, Joseph V. Bassey, Lori M. Beelan, Meredith A. Crane, Nicholas Joseph Davenport, Kenneth J. Fiad, Alexander F. L. Flores, Trefina O. Francis, Erin Furtado. Matthew R. Furtado, Judith M. Homan, Linda J. Joslin, Bernard P. Kiernan Jr., Diane L. Marchessault, Rebecca F. Matthias, Yocasta M. Mendez, Louise A. Mushan, David W. Tucker, Dorothea J. Tucker. That's a file for the category 4. All right. Resolved, the attached is certified as Category 4 regular mail ballot applications for the November 6, 2018 general election. I move they be approved.
I so move.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. What?
No. I don't think I've ever seen Judith spelled with an E before.
Oh, yeah, I called it, I said Judith when I
Judith.
when I
Yeah,
read
but I've
it.
never
It
seen
wasn't
it.
Judith, it was Judith.
Yeah, just-
Unless it's a typo.
No, it's not. I looked at the signature.
I read it, Judith, right? I said
Yes,
Judith.
yes.
All right. Next order of business is general discussion. Madam Vice Chair.
Is there an update on the Wi-Fi at Cardi's or, no?
I'm really surprised at the range extender. They could put a range extender outside just connected to our Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought, that the tech, at the primary, he mentioned about putting a Wi-Fi there, right?
A range extender.
Yeah, and,
They did do
did they try that?
Yes.
They did
Brought in
try
range
it,
extender, yes.
and the extender did not work? Could they explain why?
It just couldn't transmit through the walls. No.
Oh. Did they offer any suggestions as to correct it?
No,
No?
no, what we did that day was wait till the end of the day and sync the whole thing. There was nothing that anyone could do. So, we'll have to see, I mean, we may have to we'll have a couple of years to look at other places,
Mm-hmm,
who knows, but we also have to stay in West Warwick. So we're limited.
right, yeah.
We have a few
Maybe
homes.
we'll get lucky and somebody will buy the villa that wants to let us
Yeah, right.
use it.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
I
you never know.
No, I agree with you.
Is
But
it-
that's
it's
in four.
vacant right now?
Oh, it's
but,
been
but
for-
the
Yes,
bill
it's
is in
vacant.
So
four.
nobody ever
Sale.
did anything after what's her name left, okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the villa
That
is
was
in,
an
is
ideal
in
home
four.
place, too.
Sure was.
The, police community center, is that in two? It must be right, or is that in
both.
one?
That's right
Or
there.
three?
Wait,
Yeah, it's right over
Factory
here.
Street?
oh, that,
Yeah,
I don't think that has any room. No,
It
I don't
doesn't?
think-
To be a
no.
polling place?
That'd be
It
right.
has a big training room.
What about the Frontenac?
What?
The Frontenac right across the street.
Well, wait, why, one thing I always wondered is why do we use the civic center for the referendum, but we don't use it for a polling place?
We used to use it for a poll.
yeah,
place, but
we've,
no.
it has been
Right.
used for a polling place.
It always was, except.
Because
for-
two,
Well,
Ward
when
two
private
is,
too, it was private, so I don't think we could use it if it was private when Peter Ethier was running it. We've had it back for a few years. It may be worth consideration that on a Tuesday in November, the only thing would be, remember with the, basketball guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, well, there's no
Hockey's
sports.
huge, but that's
Yeah.
that
That's
separate
a yellow
building.
separate
but that
building.
would be in three. We don't really have a problem in three, we have a problem
No,
in
it's on
two.
Factory Street.
Is that,
And the civic center's on, oh, is it that, you mean the youth center down below is in one district and the,
No,
I would think it's in one or
the
two.
Factory Street is the dividing line, I think.
That's one.
yeah, but is it the bridge, is it the bridge
that's
that
one.
makes the dividing
On
line?
the side of the road or what?
Oh, wait a minute,
Well, that
I know Ed Giroux was in three, he was on Earl Street, that's across the street.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Factory Street, I think, is the dividing line.
On that side
But
of the
it
street,
wasn't
it might
used
be
for
in
one,
one.
wasn't it used for three?
Which one?
Civic center?
but we,
No.
we did
Well,
change
yeah,
the-
maybe long ago before they changed the
yeah,
lines.
they changed the lines. Let's see. I think this is the most, 2012, that's when we changed the lines. see. Here's 2.
Yeah, but you gotta find Factory Street. That's 2. Clyde Towers.
Here's Carson.
Here's 3. Carson, yep, that goes up.
That's
The
at the other end of the street, though.
Goff Avenue is the dividing line over there.
Here's Town
Karen's
Hall.
in 2, the other one's in, across the street, the
Here-
cemetery's
is
in
this-
3.
And
Is-
Sunrise is.
Where's
same
the
thing.
river? Here's the river.
Yep.
I don't know.
Let me see this.
What?
All right, we're in Ward 3 here, West Warwick Manor. All right, Carson, I'm trying to find, here's Goff. Okay,
You want me to
So
get a
there's-
street list?
so
We
there's
can
2.
just look
See
it
it?
up.
3 is over here.
Because we were saying that
That's down
the,
here, I'm looking for.
the
here's
manor, the Clyde Towers,
Three,
is a
First
problem
Street,
with
then it
parking.
goes up this
So we were
Factory Street
looking
right
for
here.
something in
Yes.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
So
told
it's
you,
in one.
It's a lot of work to switch.
Yeah.
the
It's
polling
in one.
place, right?
but I said Factory Street is dividing line
Yes, exactly.
So you want-
between 2 and 3.
You want to
No,
make
between
sure
1
that
and 3.
it's a good
Oh,
place.
yeah, between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Factory
Yeah.
Street is dividing line between 1 and 3.
What
This
side
side-
of the road is?
Giroux side of the road is 3.
Or, yeah.
And that's,
The other side of the road, the Civic Center's in 1.
Monsignor
whatever
D
one-
could go there.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
it's in 1?
What? That's
Yes.
what? As far as we think,
Oh.
we don't get to just say,
So
get
then
out of the way.
The
So now
community
there's Alaska.
center must be in
That's-
1
You
too.
remember,
This
there's,
is-
I don't know if it's a law,
To make sure that we can use
Oh, but
it.
we still
I
own
don't
it.
know if it's a law,
I
but
know.
they said something about when they changed the lines about not touching these senior centers. I seem to remember that vaguely. Senior centers and
When-
like Clyde Towers and
Oh,
the
were you
Manor.
districting them, you mean?
Don't you remember that? They-
I
When they
would-
did that,
I
they said.
would assume that if the state, if they press the issue of there's no parking,
Well,
they
no,
get a
that's
couple
true.
of complaints, the state's gonna say, get out of there.
Well, if they
No,
tell
they
us.
don't say that. Basically, the state doesn't force you to switch anything. What would happen is, they're getting a few complaints, it's hard to park at Monsignor.
It is.
And
It's
Clyde
not-
Towers,
Yeah,
there's no
any place
parking.
else you
Zero.
Right.
go. Yeah, but JP, you're not gonna change 2 or 3 polling places at once. These are years and years of work. I mean, it's not that easy. It sounds easy. It's not that easy.
but-
People don't like it.
When are
Well,
they
we've got a
changing
Secretary of
those?
State
Vote
that
every
says, let's
10
make
years?
voting easy.
Every 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, let's
So
make
That's
in
voting
exactly
easy.
what we want.
2022,
Let's
they're gonna
make
do it
easy by
again.
making
Yes,
it
but I was on the
accessible.
board the last time they did it, and I'm telling you, they complained about if we wanted, because we started talking about that. The
About what?
Manor's got no
That's
parking,
why I
this,
said
that,
the
and
manor,
and
if
they
they
all
put you in
complained.
Sacred
They
Heart
all
Church, who's
complained.
auditor-
Who's complaining?
The candidates.
Giroux and, you know.
Oh, the
The
candidate.
candidates.
Well, this is, I don't even include them in my
Because he's
list
gone
of
now,
pain
yeah.
in the neck reasons why you may not want to change a polling place. The candidates is 10. 1 through 9 is a lot to do with the voter. All right, I understand the candidates may not be happy, but we also have to take care of the voter, because if they don't come out to vote, nothing matters.
That's
Right.
what I mean, if we
Yeah,
don't
right.
make it accessible, easy, and the easier it is, the more chances are you're gonna vote.
Absolutely. The only thing I think is, number 1, you're gonna talk to Civic Center, it's a long way to walk from the parking lot.
What's
Yeah, and the lighting is
And the
terrible.
lighting's terrible, there's a lot
Yeah.
of negatives of the
Yeah.
Civic Center.
Yeah.
It's a long way to walk from the parking lot, even if you're in handicap, stuff like that. Like if you go to the high school, when you walk into the high school, and man, you might be in handicap. I had my ankle done when I did the handicap thing. I got back in my car and drove all the way around the back and went in that back door, which I can do, no one else can do. Because you don't just walk in. You walk in and you walk through the whole
Yeah.
school getting to where you're going. So we also have to take into consideration that it may be easier to park. Will it be easier to get in, to get to the polling place, to vote? So there's a lot of things, but we're looking at them after this election. I wouldn't even think about it before.
I wouldn't
No,
think
no.
about it either, because
No.
like I told you, I seem to remember the state saying, okay, we've changed the lines, you know,
Yep.
so you might have to adjust your polling place
Yes.
if it moved to another, right? And they said, I'm gonna paraphrase, try not to touch the Manors, you know, what's there now?
But if
You know,
there's
Clyde
no
Towers, the
parking, it's
Manor,
very difficult.
the Angeles.
Yeah, it is.
But if you can't park, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They said, try not to,
Well,
because of the seniors and, you know, they're.
Monsignor and
Wakefield.
Clyde Towers are every single election since I got here.
Right.
Complaint. If we were gonna address anything, we've had to address sort of like, okay, we can't use the Elks anymore, so it's always in the fire.
Yep.
Going at it proactively, I would think we could address, okay, we really need to look at Clyde Towers and Monsignor. Just those two are the priorities. What do you wanna do in the next 2 years? What do you wanna do in 2 years after
But
that?
you know what?
One,
If you-
one.
Monsignors, if you went to, Sacred Heart Church, the basement is bigger than this room.
Right.
And it's handicapped accessible from 2 doors,
I like any church, I like any school.
you know?
Yeah, but
But
you remember,
that's it.
he's gotta,
Yeah, that's it.
he's gotta
But that's
okay
in
it.
my, yeah, that's my list of after the
Yeah.
elections to who to call, how to handle, I mean, Ray, you're right, the village, like, or whoever said it, the village ideal spot.
Yeah.
It is.
Any restaurant is great, cause it's handicapped,
And
Tons
so
of
is,
parking.
And that would be
place
in
on,
one.
Yeah, I can't even think of
What?
what I wanted to say. But the state said we can't use it because of the parking lot. If somebody falls and breaks a
The
leg,
Elks.
we're the Elks.
well, then it's
The
not
Elks,
ideal.
oh.
I mean, it's only ideal in location, it's not ideal in, cause they're not
But
gonna
have
set
they
it up.
fixed
That was
it?
there
Have
for
they
the longest
addressed
time,
it?
the Elks, too.
Yes.
What?
It was
Have
there
they-
for how
Oh,
long?
God, for years.
Yeah, I wonder
I
if
think
they
they're
fixed
wrong.
it.
Huh?
I think they're wrong about the
Elks.
Elks, because, you know, the other entrance, because they can lock that bar. I'm telling you, you can walk in there and say,
Yeah.
is there a bar in here? Am I right,
You
Jake?
don't
But
know.
their main
No,
You
thing
wouldn't
was
know
the-
there's a bar
There
there.
was the parking lot,
Huh?
the parking lot.
It was the
No, I thought it was
parking
They
the
lot.
other
had
side.
No,
No.
they had holes in the
No,
parking lot
it
and they
was-
were
yeah.
afraid
They
somebody
were
was
gonna fix it, supposedly they were gonna fix it
No,
that year.
It still looks the same.
And they did, they had somebody come in and put some tar in the holes, and they came back and they're like, this isn't fixing it.
No.
This is like waiting for the town to be sued.
Yeah, 'cause there was a step there, as I recall.
So see, instead of using
little
the
step.
Elks,
Yeah, a little step, yeah.
we'll use Monsignor.
That you
here,
could've-
and we'll
Somebody
walk
gets
in
killed
and
walking
get across the
across the
street. That's the
I don't
one
know, I
election.
mean, that's all food for thought after.
Right, yeah, well, no,
You
no,
know,
not
can't even
now.
Think about it
Not
right
now, but,
But I think that given that you have some time, that Rhode Island's the only state I know that has elections only every 2 years. Every other state I've ever known has them every year, so we have that luxury of actually being able to make decisions on.
Well, we get one every year.
Yeah, what, the referendum? That's not really an election.
All right, anything else there, Madam Vice Chair?
no, that was it.
Bert,
Yeah, Mary Ann, are we still looking for, doorkeepers?
I think I have one greeter position.
Pardon?
I have one greeter position.
Open.
Who do you have?
My neighbor Dennis Corby,
He's already in, he's done.
he's in?
He's already come in, he's done. We've talked to him, he's on the list. Yeah, he's been on the list for weeks.
Oh, he has?
He didn't tell you he hasn't?
No, I didn't see him on the list at all.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen a poll worker list yet.
I saw it the last time I was here.
It should have been on it, he's been on that list for a few weeks now. He came in, actually. We talked to him last week and everything. Yeah, he's good.
All right.
He's greeting. I think we have one more. We do need supervisors. We're set with moderators and clerks. We do need supervisors because we had to up 4 polling places.
what's his name?
The extra pairs.
Is Paul gonna be able to do it? How do you make
Paul's
out?
in.
Paul?
How do you make out?
Okay,
Okay, is he gonna be able to do it?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't, we're not getting extra moderators and clerks. They want us to get more moderators and clerks. I just said no. This is ridiculous. We upped the
We
amount.
did it last year, we said no. You
We
said,
said, I wrote a whole thing last year. This year they said, we want you to keep the amount of clerks because we're trying to look at the study we're doing and see if it works. I said, okay, it's an election, it's contentious. I'll put in 2 more pairs, another pair in each of these 4 polling places, but not in all of them, which they didn't like, but okay, they said okay to that. And then they went back and said, what about moderators and
why don't they
clerks?
run the election?
And I said, no, I can't, my budget doesn't hold it. Our budget's already gonna be broken now this year with hiring 8 to 10 more people. We'll go through the elections budget, no, we don't have any extra, which is fine, I mean, you know, that line item is pretty much gonna be
Yeah,
0. But,
they just wanna see the difference between what's happening with the poll pads and the lack of lines. They think they're trying to make it easier.
well, I think it would be, I just can't imagine what 2 clerks, 2 moderators, and 4 sets of supervisors are, it's just beyond me. What are you gonna do? You can only put in so many calls to our office, we can only send so many people out. They're gonna have more people than we're gonna be able to help. So I think At this point, like, there's no provisionals, the moderators will call us before they give any provisionals out, we've already decided that. So it won't be up to the moderators or clerks any longer, we'll look them up and let them know, so we'll know what's coming this way. So that's gonna take some off them, just hand them the ballot, you know, they don't have to discuss it with the person, one moment we'll call the office. We'll hear it, we'll have somebody immediately looking the person up, et cetera, see what's going on. So that'll alleviate, I can't imagine what they're gonna have to do, they're gonna need two of them.
Yeah, why would
It's a
you
lot
need
of-
two
yeah.
clerks? I don't,
I just don't know what they're thinking. You know what I really believe? I'd like to know how many people at the Board of Elections have ever actually worked the poll.
I know
So
one
to
that
make
didn't,
me understand
Judge
why.
Erickson.
Well,
I said, I know one that didn't, Judge Erickson. He didn't.
I don't think a lot of them have. I don't think so. And the everyday person, as a rule, doesn't always work the polls. Most people I know have never thought about it.
You know, they've got rules, and you can understand why they probably want more, because they don't want the moderator to leave the voting machine for an instant. So how does a moderator stay at the voting machine for 15 hours?
Well, that's
You know, and-
that's
I mean, it's-
ridiculous to have them do that. You have to be more
Well, that's-
like diversified in your tasks.
But I mean, but you look at the instructions and you read the duties.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be right there at that machine
All the time.
all the time, watching every ballot be
What that gets fed in?
administered.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But you know, that's I think how it's supposed to be everywhere. The person does what they have to do, and if they're needed at the machine,
So if somebody
They
goes
go
to the
back.
bathroom, if she has to go to the bathroom, or he has to go to the bathroom, no, you can't vote, you can't stick a ballot in the machine.
no,
till the
that's
moderator
why
gets
the
back.
clerk is there. They take that role over. To go to the bathroom, you can take 3 or 4 minutes. If you need an hour break, that's a whole other story. But I do believe the clerks and moderators are in place so that they can alternate position, which is why we switch them, so they know all the job.
I mean, nobody better take an hour break.
Nobody will, but I mean, if you guys are going to the polling places and stuff, there's a chance for somebody to do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
You show up at different polling places, but certainly if somebody has to go to the bathroom, stop it.
Oh, no, I mean, it's
Yeah.
just hypothetical.
Yeah. No, I think it's important that they are aware of the machine, to have someone stand at that all day and pay them the higher dollars to stand there and look at a machine all day. I'd put them back down to the 175 and put a moderator in there, a real one, not a machine watcher, because the greeter could do that.
Yeah.
Right. So my idea of a moderator is you keep this place together for the 14 hours. And however you do that and comply with the law, that's fine. But if you're going to stand at a machine all day, I have a problem with that.
You know, another thing about the greeters, that they have greeter training.
Yes.
They tell the greeters that they should be standing by the door, not sitting there playing with your phone.
No.
they don't
know,
really train,
I
well,
haven't heard a greeter once say, have your ID ready.
Okay, maybe we can
You
let
know,
them
I
do
mean,
that.
that's again, part of the rules. That's
Right.
Part of the,
Well, exactly, and that's what they should be saying. So that's what I think the greeter training probably says. Make sure they have it ready. Open the door for them. Make sure the signs are up.
yeah,
all the
a
things.
single line and then branch off whoever
I
is,
mean, how, you know, there's no lines anymore, go to any,
When you go
Well-
to the polling places, you can do that. I did
Well,
that.
can I
He
ask that on
was just sitting
election?
there playing with his phone, and I said,
Who? Where? At
a greeter.
Wakefield?
No, not this year, 2 years ago.
They do
I
play
walked
with their
into
phones.
Christ the
That's
King,
the same as if
and
they're bored to
Wakefield
death.
Hills.
Huh?
This Wakefield Hills this time.
Yeah.
What happened?
Kids sitting at the door.
People walking by to go in and vote.
Put your phone away.
Well, I think
I
what
did,
we
I
need
told
to-
them that, Christ the King, 2 years ago.
Well, we'll tell them that they should not have their phones out if there's
think-
anybody there. Their phone is sort of like somebody else reading a
Let me
magazine
see
that's
here.
bored to death, so they're probably gonna have them on them, but they should be telling people to have their ID ready. So, we'll make sure in each of the classes, I'm pretty sure we already say all that, but
I
we'll
thought,
make sure in the classes that greeter is, that know that they should be greeting people, getting the door, this is what we've done before.
At least helping the fragile people get in and
Well,
out.
that's the whole reason we have them, is to help people with the door and stuff. They don't really need to say much of anything, although a greeting would be nice.
must be in the other book, but I did see it did say what the greeter was supposed to do, and what, have your ID ready,
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
stand in
That's what
line
I'm
and
taking
wait,
it from.
yeah,
From the book.
Yeah, right, and that's
That's what
what
the
we
book
train,
says.
and that's what we train from,
right.
so we're all on the same page.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
got any more? Nancy,
No.
JP? Nothing?
Nothing else.
All right.
Well,
No,
Recess.
but the only thing I would
Well,
say
wait a
is.
minute, I may have,
one
Go
more,
ahead.
yeah. There is, that meeting that we had, that we did all the provisionals
Yeah.
after the election, we didn't get paid for that meeting.
yeah, and we, a couple of years ago, when you decreed that we shouldn't get paid for that, I went to the council and they said yes, and we get paid for it. Because that goes with my general discussion.
Oh.
I may have misspoke the last meeting when I said, Bert, sorry, you and I ain't getting paid. And you made a comment like, yep, we're all even. Then I went back home and I took my check, and my check said 10-5, which is what we weren't supposed, 9-5, which we weren't supposed to get paid for, me and Bert, right? But I think I said the 10th, the last meeting. So technically speaking, that's what you're getting at, right? We're owed the 13th, the day after the primary. We're here for 2 hours with the provisional. We haven't been paid for that.
No.
So you said we were even, when was the last meeting? The 12th? Our last meeting now?
Yeah,
They
last
said,
Friday.
Are we even, cause I don't do any of that.
All right,
so
we're
I
not
wouldn't
even.
know
Oh,
that.
yeah,
The 13th, the day after the election.
yeah,
we
the
were
day
here with
after the
provisionals.
election, yeah.
I don't have a check for that. Anybody got it?
I think we
Okay.
were all here
Now,
for
you
that
can,
one.
it's 6 and 1/2 dozen. If you don't want to pay me and Bert for the 13th, no problem. Because we're owed not a check. We're not owed a check.
Well, let's
But I
just
said
leave
the
it the way
10th.
it is, everyone
The day
is
after
owed a
the
check,
primary?
is that what you're saying?
I'm
Everyone.
saying, well, these guys,
They didn't
oh, you
get
got
that
paid.
check for the 13th. Well,
Right, none of
you
us
can
got paid
check
for
that.
the 13th, but
Yeah.
you can keep Bert and mine's for the 13th. But I said that the last meeting we were here, we're not gonna get paid for that one. We should, Bert and I and everybody should get paid for that one.
Well, I got a check for the election and one other meeting.
Yeah, the meeting was before that.
Oh.
But you guys we all got checks
Yeah.
for like
And
9-5.
The 10th and the 12th you got paid. The 10th, the Monday before the
Right,
election, and the 12th.
right, and
you
the
got paid.
12th.
The
right.
day after for the provisionals, you haven't been paid.
No,
Paid.
no.
All right,
None of
that's
us.
easy enough.
But
Okay.
now, like I said, it depends how you wanna do that. Bert and I owe you a meeting.
No, she already put in for that, so just
So
leave it
when-
alone now.
Oh, okay.
We're even now and you're owed a check, all 5 of you.
Aren't
5
we-
of you are even as far as who
Yep.
didn't get.
But what about what about Friday?
It's Friday.
Didn't we meet last Friday?
No, that's a different thing.
I
We're
already
talking
put
about
that in.
September
Huh?
13th.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
okay.
just talking about September.
All right.
We're all caught up for everything except September 13th.
Yes,
Everybody gets paid for it.
yes.
Except us.
That's all we need. No,
No.
don't say
No.
another word, Mark. We're
No,
good.
no,
We're good.
I know what she's talking
Oh,
about.
all right.
Yes.
But see,
She's
last
got
time I
that. She
said we're
already
not
put in
getting paid
you.
for that meeting, which was
Yeah.
the 12th, right, or something
It's
like
the
that?
13th. It was the day
No,
after.
no,
The-
the
the
last
5th.
meeting we were here,
Tenth.
the
That
12th,
was the
Oh, yeah.
12th.
October 12th, so don't pay us because we got, but,
October 12th.
but it's,
I'll
yeah.
just, yeah,
Well, you already put in for these 3 to get paid, so they're not getting paid, but all 5 get paid
for the 13th.
for the 13th of September.
Okay,
So,
We're
That's good.
all
We're
right,
good.
now, the day after the election, we've gotta be here. to
we
do
might
all-
not be,
We've gotta be here to do all the write-ins.
What are you saying that for?
We have one right.
because she's hoping there's no provisionals.
I just wanna make sure, because people don't seem to know how to do them, so why would they not put them through this office? If it gets out of control completely, but I think to make sure everybody in the office knows what to do when somebody calls about a provisional,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Because everybody works
You
that.
get it? In other words, there should, if everything goes the way Mary Ann wants it to go, they call and say, hey, and we say, no, provisional, set them
And
to
we all
Christ
get
the King, or
floating.
something like that. If there are no provisionals,
We get floated.
what do we have to do?
Well, we have
We
to
have to do the
certify the
write-ins.
vote.
We work that.
Yeah, well, the last time there were no write-ins.
But they.
Oh, no,
Primary.
this time they will.
This time they'll be right.
I know.
But we all
This
get
time they'll
floated.
be write-ins. Remember, we spent the whole
The whole day.
morning here, the whole doing write-ins.
Yeah. No, they'll be right in there. No doubt about
I already have
Yeah.
one write-in.
The day after the elections.
I already have one person who's a write-in, he told me.
Well, we're supposed to tabulate all that stuff that night. What's that?
Well, now
Do
isn't
it
the new
next
law
week.
that if you just can't, what was the new law? You just can't write your name in? We don't have to count just Zorro and Mickey Mouse?
Oh, good, finally.
Oh, really? Oh,
No,
that's
now I
good.
gotta go back and see, did that law pass? It did, didn't
I
it?
think it did.
I think it did.
I didn't see it, so.
That is so stupid, oh.
You don't have to write all
But it has to be like a
Wanna
first and
dance?
last name,
Yeah.
and
Wanna
those
dance?
accounts?
We have a,
Ray, I
one
think
person
you
came
raised
in
that
today wanting a
question here
voter list.
couple of
He
years
brought
ago.
I
me
did,
in
I
his
said, why do we have to
opinion
count
and said, "You're
Zorro?
not
We can't
a
possibly
registered
win.
candidate.
First of all, he's not in the
Pay for the
district.
list."
Right.
And
60
it's
cents
not a
opposed
person
to
in a way.
record
You know, like
or
wanna dance.
So we don't
And,
have to do that
so
anymore.
Well,
he
that's
came
what
in
she's
and said,
gonna
"No,
check."
I didn't have enough signatures to get on the ballot, but, I have a campaign finance disclosure form showing you that I actually have signed up to have a campaign with the state, cause he didn't wanna pay.
Who's this?
Paul Caniello, I think his name is.
Caniello?
I know.
The old man? He's an older man, yeah, and he said that he doesn't have to pay for the thing because
said it.
he's a write-in and he brought his paperwork. And he put $10 into the account in Providence and he did his quarterly paperwork and there's no contributions and $10 out, but he gets to have everything free like a campaign, like somebody running.
He's been running on and off for years.
Yeah,
Can-
yeah.
You know,
You still have to give him everything free,
I know,
1,000
yeah.
pages free.
but what, I mean, it's too bad you just couldn't give it to him on a thumb drive and let him, this,
He
Let him
wants
print
them in
their own.
paper. He's got this thing he carries around with him. It's all in paper. I don't know.
So,
All right, Robbie, you got anything on the general discussion?
Just to, let's plan our next meeting so that we can start.
When we
finding
come back.
co-workers.
We're gonna recess and then we're gonna come back.
Okay, that's fine, I'm good then.
I'll give you a date, we'll check what we wanna do.
What is it, 16 million, a couple more
Cause
weeks.
a lot of what we gotta do, it depends on you guys, poll workers and stuff like that, right? What we got left to do,
Well,
polling
we
places.
only have about one more week. We probably should meet next week to get that out of the way wherever we are. Because after that, it's gonna be polling station setups and stuff that's gonna require your time, not necessarily.
Okay, let me go look at my diary during the recess.
okay.
it's,
So we gotta,
Polling place. I mean, we'll
are we
pick
gonna
another meeting.
schedule another meeting, or?
Yeah, when we come back, today.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you wanna meet once next week? And then possibly once the week after, and then the next week's the election?
Yep. Yeah, once next week, one the week after, fine with me. I gotta check though, because I got a lot of court cases coming up.
Yep.
Everybody wants their cases done before the end of the year, so.
Yep.
Yeah, one next week and one the week after. When I come back, we'll recess and then we'll come back and we'll pick that one. Anything else, Robin?
No, sir.
Mary Ann?
No.
All right, hearing no other business at this time, this is the meeting that we have to stay from 4 to 6. We gotta be open for business from 4 to 6, so it is now 4:45, and I'll entertain a motion that we recess until, what time you want us back?
5 of 6.
5 of 6, 10 of 6?
We don't have any.
Okay,
Yep.
Which one you want?
What do you want, 6:50, 5:55?
Yeah.
5:50?
All right, so we'll
5:50.
stand in recess. I'll entertain a motion that we stand in recess until 5:55 PM on 10/16.
I so move.
I'll second
All
that.
those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted. Meeting stands in recess until 5:55.
Okay.
You don't need us to stay here, do you?
No,
Oh.
you're, okay. Start the meeting? Go.
Okay, the meeting of the Board of
Wait a
Canvassers.
minute, let me hit this.
Go ahead.
All right, the meeting of the Board of Canvassers for October 16, 2018 is now reconvened after a recess. And do we have anything that happened during the recess?
No, there's no action, no activity.
No activity during the recess? All right, we got 6 more minutes.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes.
Yes, Mr. Solicitor.
Mr. Chairman, how are you?
Good, you?
No. Madam Co-Chair, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Yourself?
You know.
Oh, okay.
Madam Clerk and Madam Clerk, how are you?
We're very good.
All right, great. JP, hang in there.
very well, thank you.
Where's Bert?
He went home. only
We
needed a
excused
few.
him. We recessed at 4:45 and we
Yeah, we
excused
only
him.
needed 3 people,
He'll
so.
be back at 7.
Okay, just wanna make sure.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And how
He
are
could have
you,
come.
sir?
Had to go and get his, I'm fine. He had to get his pistol and his bullet.
Oh, well, yeah,
He's
okay.
fine.
There's no ammo in the bullet. Doesn't discharge.
This is gonna be a
Oh, I
long
didn't
4
recognize-
minutes.
That's a hell of a picture of our president. No, I didn't realize he had it.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
never,
right.
when did that go up?
It was in the paper the other day.
Couple weeks
Look
ago.
at that- look at that grin.
A
couple weeks ago.
Don't worry, the Sonic guy is
Who
not
did-
dead.
What's his name pushed for that? I can't remember who he.
Boucher?
Yes.
Yeah,
Boucher.
Chris Boucher.
The pictures.
Oh, no,
when they
Angelo
took
had
the
asked
pictures
about
down,
where's
they
the
took
pictures,
down.
quite a while back, and then somehow that,
They had some kind
he
of
must have
hullabaloo
asked
or
Chris
council
Boucher to
about
get them.
Yeah, I know Paul had asked David Garland, and he called Washington, as a matter of fact, Paul did, and they weren't releasing any. For some reason, I don't know if they hadn't taken an official picture, or, but they weren't sending any out. so.
Photo op. Don't they have all the guys, what you guys do at the meetings? It was you, Al, Manny, Rick Padula. I remember that.
Bob Moorhead and Gene Teddy.
Oh, you brought
I
that?
can put it out there for you from now on.
Next time Denise shows up.
Yeah.
Did we decide when we're gonna have our next meeting?
Yes, but how about,
That might have been the country.
I don't know, Thursday, Friday? You don't have it on Monday, I think today's already.
The later the better.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Friday, 3 o'clock?
People were taking those things down.
I think so, yeah, what's the date on that? That would be
Let's see,
the 26th,
something like that.
yeah, that's good.
Today's the 16th, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Which one?
26.
Yeah,
So if you want to do it.
Our next,
JP.
of
Friday the
October
26th,
for a
3
meeting.
o'clock.
It's a Friday,
Friday, yeah, it's fine.
3 o'clock?
I guess,
Yeah.
Friday, next Friday.
next Friday.
that'll give us time to post it.
Is that enough time to,
You can do Thursday, I don't care.
well, Thursday would be okay too.
What do you want to do? That's the 25th, Thursday the 25th. Want to do it on Thursday? I don't care. If you're ready, I'm ready.
All right, that gives us 1 week before if we meet as many meetings as we need to have.
Yep.
Okay.
Thursday?
25th?
Thursday the 25th, 3 o'clock.
We'll be right with you. We're just wrapping up a meeting, Ernie. JP, there's no going back if we're in between the meetings and it's the live air, so to speak. It's not anywhere saved.
Who am I? David Godwin. Who are you? Hey,
John D'Amico.
And your pocketbook
Well,
is
I'm in
Angelo.
between, so.
558.
It's actually 5:50.
25th. Thursday the 25th, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that could have been.
5:59. Okay, that's what I have.
Yeah, 5:59.
What time did we open?
Yeah, let me put my
What
glasses
time did
away.
we open?
5:55.
We opened at, 5:55 right now, yeah. But reconvened, 5:55. Okay,
6 o'clock.
go.
Okay, it is now 6 o'clock, and there is no activity. Madam Clerk, there's nothing for us to do, since we recessed at 4:45. Well, having nothing further to do, I'll entertain a motion, we adjourn.
I'll move that motion.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so voted unanimously. The meeting stands adjourned at 6 PM.
Pleasure doing business with you folks.
Okay.
Will you get that off your back fast?